It's Week 8 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Eagles and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here with you once again. As this week going to be a step in the right direction for one of our teams we've got, Brock, both of whom haven't played the type of ball early in the season that they want. Both coming into this one below 500.
And you and I both know we're not math majors, but we do know this. You stay below 500 in this league, well, you're going to be headed to the top of next spring's NFL draft order. We're not to that point yet, but whoever comes out short here will find themselves a whole lot closer to it.
Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown-to-interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It can lead to an awful lot of L's. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Burrow from the gun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Zach Moss, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Just knowing this quarterback in his mindset, there is no question he would give up 400-some yards. He threw 4 last week for a W. Really, stats don't matter. No matter how productive you are playing that position, and boy, was he last week, it really comes down to finding a way to win. As they like to say, winners win in the end, and he and his crew got to get it done today.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Hurts now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It is Cup, left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the pistol, Hurts. Called in left side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Hurts throwing again. Able to find Dotson here. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning left is their running back. Ooh, fired a dart there, but it's not going to be brought in.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Taking off with it again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up 3rd down. Motion man left is Brown. 3rd and long for him here. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now they have 3rd and short. Trying to run for this with Moss. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Pass taken in by Burton. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
3rd and 14.
Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's out of bounds, not the return that he had drawn up, no way, and actually loses yards. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. 1st down throwing for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs.
They give it to Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 5. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. It's Dotson on the catch. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Third and a lone yard coming up. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. On first down, here's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. All set up now for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow completes this one to Chase. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, Burrow to throw. Finds Chase on the slant. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. To throw again, it's Burrow. That pass complete to Moss. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's second and 7. Burton there to bring it in. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Here we go. Cincinnati Bengals.
Moss gets it from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He'll cobble together a yard there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Burrow from the gun. Cut by Burton. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on fourth down. That's the end of the first quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at fourth down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. They'll run. It's Moss. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on fourth down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and 3 now. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That pass complete to Goddard. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Second down now, 7 to go. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. He's got Smith. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This one finds Goddard. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Hurts to throw. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott all set for the kickoff. Kadarius Toney now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. On target to his man Higgins. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 32. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Moss. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Burrow setting up the play action. Fits it through the middle. It's inside the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And have him gain about a handful there. Dax Hill up for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. A give to Barkley. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Hurts looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Short pass brought in. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Saquon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get you a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. That's Smith on the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Throwing here, Hurts. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and goal, he's headed right on the option. And he gets in, touchdown! The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tony now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Up the gut, they go with Moss. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Devin White hauls him down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
11.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's caught for the first. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Burrow from the gun. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals looking for a score before halftime. 1st down, ball at the 36. To throw again, it's Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
180.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Offense set for a first and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. In that time, excellent discretion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Zach Moss, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Running back sent in motion left. On first down, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. First down throwing for Hurts. Setting up the running back screen. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Second and 6 now. Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the pistol, Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Throwing it just before halftime. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Caleb Williams, a very good performance as his guys run their record now to 5-2. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trent Sherfield, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his start to the season has been special, hasn't it? The way he's played, it's no surprise at all that he's leading the NFL in passing. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. This finds Smith. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Dax Hill up for the stop. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They go with Barkley here. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are unable to double their lead.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Bengals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Moss with the run to start this 3rd quarter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here's 2nd and 11. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Burrow out of the shotgun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. That's a perfect play to break it big.
Motioning left is their running back. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hurts. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. He'll get this one to Brown. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Hurts setting up to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The home teams and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Moss. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 32. Burton there to bring it in. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Moss hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Moss with another carry. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Right back to Moss now. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Devin White hauls him down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Third down and 5.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They'll send out the punting unit. Austin McNamara will kick this away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Option play. They give it to Barkley. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw, Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Barkley's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They run it with Saquon. Runs inside the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. To the ground with Barkley. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Hurts looking to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
Bengals 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tony now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Right side cut by Higgins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
They run it with Moss. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He's got him. That's Moss. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
4th down, Burrow. They connect for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw again, it's Burrow. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Finds Chase on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On 1st down, it's Moss. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Burrow setting up the play action. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Burrow now against the blitz. Buys time, rolling. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. On 1st down, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Eagles are in punt formation. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out. And indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll get it up to the 27. 2nd and 3 now.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Pass taken in by Burton. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And it's It's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
24.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Tony now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. After the pick, here's Burrow again. Finds his man Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 37 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, Burrow to throw. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Shot.
Moss gets it from the gun. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's get set. Shot.
Off the option, here's Moss. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Now Burrow. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They motion the slot man right. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the puck. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make when in reality, in this game in the fourth quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play, salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a two-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. Well, partner, maybe not the record that most people think of when it comes to quarterbacks, but it's certainly an impressive accolade for him. The most completions in a single game.
Yeah, it feels like this was communicated beforehand, right in the play. And listen, we're running everything through you. You're carrying us. And to his credit, this quarterback brought his A game, from the best throws of his career.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 41. That's into the hands of Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that. Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Second and goal, it's an option to the left. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Eagles go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His 5th total score of this ball game. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tony now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Higgins makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and 3 now.
At the 31-yard line.
From the 31. He's on the move. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. He breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Burrow from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Burrow back to throw. This one is taken in by Tony. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Got his target, it's Tony. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now within one score in the fourth. And someone has officially flown higher than the Dutchman, Brock. That completion pushes him past Norm Van Brocklin for the most passing yards in a game in NFL history. The mark of 554 yards had stood resolute since back in 1951, and 7 decades later, someone has finally topped it. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. Well, that touchdown, Brock, certainly has to make him reevaluate some things now. With this small of a lead and all 3 timeouts remaining on that other sideline, what are you thinking? Work the clock, or do you get aggressive for a score?
Honestly, Kate, we think through these game management situations, but as a player, you are just living in the present. Execute every play to the best of your possibilities, and you know offensively, this game right now is in your hands.
First down, Philadelphia.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Eagles leading by 7. They're now set for 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Burrow. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Here's 2nd and 2. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here he is to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got one timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that one timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win. The defense takes its third and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.